season is here. We're starting with antelope, then we're going to moose, and
yes.
I mean, we got a busy fall ahead of us.
Super busy.
But we want to go over what our setups are going to be for this fall.
And if you're wondering what's on his face,
yeah, before all the comments start rolling in,
he
the full one
can't get
probably.
out of the poison oak, the poison ivy.
Yeah,
he just can't escape it.
I decided to head dive right into it, totally on purpose, right into poison oak. Would definitely recommend not doing that. Just a bunch of anti-itch cream, because
especially before
crazy.
season, because with that sweat, ooh, that's gonna suck in the blind.
Especially antelope. Oh. Well, let's get into our loadouts.
This season, I'm shooting the Hoyt Torx XT. My draw length is 26.5 inches, and my poundage is set at 55 pounds. And for my sight, I'm using the Apex Gear Aegis Pro. It's a multi-pin sight. I've tried the movable one pin, just the multi-pins work better for me. For my stabilizer, I'm just using the Hoyt stabilizer with the Go Sticks 2.0. I absolutely love these things because look at how easy that is. Beautiful. For my rest, I'm going to be using a drop-away, like your standard drop-away rest. With me being still fairly new to this bow hunting, I like to use a peep sight and a kisser just to have multiple anchor points. It just helps me feel like more confident while I'm shooting. For my release this year, I'm going to be shooting a True Glow caliper release. I was shooting a thumb release, but decided to switch it up last minute because that's what I like to do. This year I'm shooting the Easton Axis 5mm. I'm shooting also the Silent Night Vanes. Of course they're in pink because I'm just a girl. And the Lit Knock. Mine turn red. I'm not going to try turning mine on because I would fail epically. And then I'm shooting the Shockwave, NAP Shockwave. So all last season I was shooting a fixed head. I was actually shooting the Hellraiser by NAP, but since I've upped my poundage from 50 to 55, I have enough kinetic energy to shoot an NAP Shockwave, a mechanical now. So that's what I'm gonna try this season.
Well, this season I am rocking the Hoyt RX8. I've been using this bow for a while now. I love this thing. It has done me fantastic. Currently I'm rocking about 80 pounds at a 30-inch draw, so I got a lot of kinetic energy behind my arrows, and I'm excited to send some more arrows here at some more animals very soon. My sight of choice is a sight that I've been using, if you couldn't tell, for a long time. I love this. It's a multi-pin from True Glow, and it's not, I mean, it's adjustable to sight in, but it's not one of the fancy dials. It's nothing crazy. It's about as simple as they go. I've tried a couple other ones, the movable pin, single pin, movable multi-pin. I just like my tried and true. It's so simple. I don't have to worry about anything. It's super easy to get sighted in. And clearly it's worked for a very long time. Because I've painted this thing, I have put it through hell and back, and it is still rocking. So for my peep sight and my kisser setup, I haven't ran a kisser. I couldn't even tell you in how long. It's just something I grew up without using a kisser. When I anchor, I use the edge of my mouth, my nose, and then my actual peep sight to look down the sight. And I haven't had an issue yet, so fingers crossed we're good there. For my stabilizer setup, if you haven't realized it yet, the only thing I have on here are my Go Stick 2.0s from Hoyt, because I'm lazy and I like to put my bow down. Do a little lean on it every once in a while. But I shot bare bow for a little bit. I'd like to go back to it here soon. But I shot without a stabilizer when I was doing it. And I just love the idea of how light, how easily maneuverable. It's super simple. And realistically, it's less stuff on your bow. So it's less stuff to worry about. I know there's gonna be somebody in the comments saying like, oh, but a stabilizer helps you shoot better or do this thing or the other thing. Meh.
To each their own.
To each their own.
To each their own. Stop hating on each other.
What she said.
Ridiculous.
Don't be cannibalistic to our own, people. Oh, hot take. Hunting industry is cannibalistic to our own. For my quiver, I'm rocking the Hoyt Ultralight. It's a 2-piece set that comes, and I mean, again, I've been using this for a while now. I love how easy it is, how tight up against your bow it is, especially. It's not sticking out. The one thing that I would say, I used to use the click-on, like I don't know if it was True Glow, they used to have the click-on quivers, and they were great, super easy to get on and off. But I love how tight I can get this to my bow, to my strings, everything else. And of course, range day, I rock my Easton range quiver. For my rest, I'm using the Quad, the QAD, whatever it's called, Ultra Rest. It's a rest I've been using for a couple of years now, and I haven't had an issue with it. One thing I will say though, is whenever we set these up, just because we're extra careful, we put a little bit of padding or felt or some kind of tape all over in this area, because I've even had it before where we're out hunting for mule deer. I go to draw back, not paying as close attention. I draw back a little bit hard, my arrow bounces and goes tink right on that little plastic bit, goes the deer. So my release is a release that I've been using for, I'd say, I think my parents got it for me for Christmas back in like 2019. It's an old stand. And I know they have all the new stuff, all the new Onyx clickers and everything else, and I've used them, I love them, they're great. But this is so small, so easy. Throw it in your pocket, you don't think about it. My backup actually is the clicker, the Onyx clicker from Stan. But this little Instinct Cabela's Stan collaboration one that I've had for 5+ years now has not done me wrong yet. My arrow setup for this fall is gonna consist mostly of the Access 5mm. Depending on the game, I might switch it up a little bit between the Easton FMJs and then come back to the Access. I love the carbon arrows. I'm a bit aggressive when it comes to being in the field. I like to bend a lot of arrows, and I just love that these will go right back to place. Always be sure you check them though. You don't want to have an issue. I've seen too many things online lately. It's actually freaking me out a little bit where people shoot and the arrow was already compromised and it ends up going through their hand. No, thank you. No, thank you. But no, I've had fantastic experience with these Axis. These are the 5mm, they're 300 grain. These ones are up to, with everything put together, about 500. And of course I'm rocking the lit Nox, which we shoot lighted Nox wherever it's legal at this point, because it's such a better shooting experience. Whether it's target, you get to watch it travel down range, or if you're out hunting, you get a lot better representation of where your arrow is hitting the animal. My vanes, these are a 3-vane setup that I got going on here. I rocked 4 vanes for a little bit, and that's a lot of fun. I might go back to that depending on what I'm feeling this season. But these are the Silent Nights, they're Flex Fletch, they're great vanes. We've had fantastic experience with these. Yeah, I think I'm going back to 4 vanes. I like it, I think it's fun. Plus, you don't gotta worry about how you're putting your knock on there whatsoever, even though technically you're not supposed to with a drop away rest. I think it shouldn't matter, right? Let us know down in the comments if it matters with a drop away rest if you have any vanes a certain way. This season, my broadhead of choice is of course the Kill Zone. I can't tell you how much I love not only saying they just walked right into my kill zone. See what I did there? See? Get it? Kills. Anyhow, this is a broadhead that just opens animals up. It's a 2 and I believe maybe 5/8 cutting diameter. It's bigger than the smaller Kill Zone, but they also have a crossbow one, which is like a 3-inch cutting diameter, which is just crazy. It's a 2-blade mechanical, and it does take quite a bit of force to be able to open up and actually get into an animal to get good penetration with this, because it is so big. But I love the Kill Zones. Love that blade. Well, that's our setups, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty confident for this fall.
Yeah, so am I.
I think multiple
somethings, yeah, me too, yeah. I agree.
And of course, my parents, Ralph and Vicki Cianciarulo, also did their loadouts for this fall, so be sure to go check out their channel, go watch that video. And if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, like it. If you want to, hit that notification bell. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, and good luck this season.
Absolutely.